All right, good afternoon. Welcome to our class for neuroplasticity, mindful aging, supported by the Coral Gables Foundation. Today, all we need is a block if you have one. If not, don't worry about it. We can make it work without it. All right, and then come into your chair. We're going to start with a little bit of breathing first. So kind of tuning into the breath. You know how we do center in the present moment. If closing the eyes works for you, do so. Just noticing level of energy, just anything that stands out today. And beginning to make the breath a little bit deeper. Becoming aware of where we're feeling that breath in the body. You might notice it right at the tip of your nose. You might notice the movement of your body as you breathe. Again, anywhere that you find your breath, tuning into that. See if with every exhale you can let go of the tension in the body, any sort of holding or tightness, coming more and more into the present moment. And then we're going to set an intention for the practice today. So we'll bring the hands at heart center. You can rub the palms together and create a little bit of heat in the hands. And then just whatever it is that you need this afternoon, right? Strength, power, stillness, joy, whatever comes to mind, setting that intention. Trying to recall that intention as we go through the practice, keeping it kind of in the forefront. We're going to begin with a slow Qigong routine. We'll do it seated and then we'll do our sun salutation standing behind the chair. So begin by just taking a breath in and kind of collecting the energy. And as you exhale, just kind of bringing that and kind of centering within. Remember, with a Qigong practice, you're moving slow against the gentle resistance. Just like with yoga, we're tuning into movement breath. And then we'll bring it from the inside, kind of like as if we're opening up, kind of like a fountain that opens up. Inhale, and then on the exhale, you lower your arms down. Feel free to modify anything we do, if there's any pain, any injury, discomfort. Bring it back up. And exhale, releasing the hands down. All right. Take a breath, notice the fingertips. It's just a little bit of that increase in the heart rate. All right, and then we'll bring the hands and make circles with the hands as we move a little bit the trunk around. We inhale, that's half the circle, and then the other half is the exhale. You gotta pay attention, not just move, but breathe in and breathe out. And then move in the opposite direction. We have one more. We'll lift the arms up, so they should feel kind of heavy. And then as we exhale, we push against resistance. We'll bring it in on an inhale and down on the exhale. 2 more times. Breath in. Notice if your fingers feel tingly or warm. Any sort of heaviness sensation. That's energy. Bring the arms above the head if that feels comfortable for you, holding that imaginary ball so it's nice and soft. And you inhale one way just to shoulder height, and then you exhale the other way, painting the rainbow. Inhale, exhale. We have one more to each side. Separate the clouds next, so we go inhale and just kind of like clear the space around you as if we're moving the clouds away. Breath in, breath out. Last one. All right, as we hold the sun to the opposite side, you're gonna lift the heels slightly off the floor, turn the palms, lower the heels down. Do the same on this side. Hand up, palm facing down, lower the heels down. One more to each side. All right, through the side, keep lifting heels up and down. So if you're flying, let the arms be heavy so there's no muscle. You're just kind of letting the muscle hang off the ball. All right, hold that imaginary ball and then circle it all the way around and maybe to the floor, maybe to knee height. One circle is an inhale and an exhale. One more, and then switch the direction. Inhale up, exhale down. All right, and bring it back to center. Marching while bouncing the ball, opposite arm and leg, and lift the heel off the floor. Heel up, you stay on your tippy toes. Opposite arm, leg. Imagine bouncing a ball, right? So you go up and gently bounce it down. Last one. And bring it to center. Just stop for a moment. Deep breath in, full breath out. See if you can close your eyes and tune into your fingertips. See if there's anything happening there. Tingling, warm, heaviness. A feeling of energy. All right. So we're going to stand up, we'll bring the block with us and just put it on top of the chair, that way we don't have to lean and grab it later. So we'll do a sun salutation. So we'll go behind that chair. Again, coming in and tuning into our intention, right? What are we trying to get out of this practice today? Take an in-breath through the nose, out through the mouth. Again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, lower the hands down towards the center. 2 more times. Inhale up. All right. Next time the arms go up, we're going to swan dive. So the arms are going to come through the side. You're going to hinge at the hips and come into a forward fold, holding on to the chair. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, all the way down and into downward facing dog. So remember, in sun salutation, we don't stop, we just keep moving. Inhale, walking towards the front, and then reaching all the way up. Exhale, forward fold, arms through the side. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press to downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, bring it forward. Arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Press to downward facing dog on your exhale. Walk forward. Last round of sun 8. Breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Lift. Exhale back. Coming forward. We'll stop here in Samasthiti, hands at heart center. Take an in breath, out through the mouth again. One more time. We'll add to this. Inhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. We're moving on the breath, pressing to down dog. Lift your right leg and bring it forward between the hands. Inhale, reach the arms up and overhead. Come and pick up that back leg. Feel free to hold on to the chair. Come into chair pose, Utkatasana. Let me turn my chair so you can see my legs. And then inhale all the way up into our center. Again, on the other side, we go up, forward fold. Halfway lift, downward facing dog. Left leg forward between the legs of the chair. Feel free to keep the hands here, hand or both arms go all the way up. Pick up that back leg, 1 or 2 steps, chair pose. And to center. We add to this. Inhale, forward fold. Find your way to down dog. Right leg between the legs of the chair, arms up. We're gonna add a twist towards that front leg. If you need to lower your left hand to the chair, that's okay. If not, we extend the arms, twisting over towards that right side. Inhale, pick up the leg and into chair pose. Up and come in. Samasthiti. Up. Fold on your exhale. Find your way to downward facing dog. Okay, lift up left leg, bring it between the legs of the chair. Arms up. We twist towards the leg. Pick up that back leg as you return. Come into chair pose. Arms up and back to heart center. Take a moment here. If you need to exhale, let it go. So if you're building a lot of heat, you want to get rid of the heat, you can do the, if you want to keep the heat inside, then you keep that breath and just exhale through your nose. Again, reach and fold. Lift, exhale, fold in half. Downward facing dog. Come forward with your right leg, lift the arms up. Come and twist over. Bring it to center. And then open to warrior two. So you open to the other side. Come, bring it back where you started. Pick up the leg into chair pose. Reach up and back to center. Let's do the other side. Left leg forward, arms up. Add a twist when you're ready. Come back to center and open to warrior two. Right on the other side. Very good. Bring it back. Pick up the chair. And bring it all the way up. All right, this time we go mountain pose. Just take a breath in and a breath out. Allow any tension to release from the body. All right, we do a few rounds of Tarzan just to kind of wake up a little bit more energy. So remember, we go pounding on the chest if we're able to do so. And we go, ah, breath in. Ah, breath in. Ah, one more time. Ah, and come back to breath. Nice and easy breath. Notice now the tingling sensation in your chest, in your arms, in your hands. Adds energy. Now you got to be willing to be in your body to feel this, right? Connect to your sensations. Stay here and now. Don't let the mind wander. Here and now, always. All right, we're going to do the Hara Kumbhaka next. So remember, that's where you come forward with your right leg, and I'm going to be doing the opposites, right? So I'm going to mirror you. That way you don't have to worry about it. The hands come into the second chakra between each one. Then you're going to do your left leg. You bring it back to your Hara center. You go over to the right and you sit, right? You're in the center, to the other side, back to center, right? Hands gotta come back here. This is part of that coordination, waking up the brain, right? And then we interlace the fingers and we sit in a quiet chair. Now, each movement as you're pulling, it's like you're pulling energy, you're pulling prana, you're gonna go, ha! So make sure that you breathe in as you're stepping. Breathe in, and as you lift, and as you're stepping, you go, ha! Don't forget to breathe in, okay? Don't do ha ha only, because that won't feel very good. Let's go. So right side first. Inhale, reach up. Ha! 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 Quiet chair. Again. Ha. 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 So the hands look like this. It's right below your navel, one hand on top of the other, hands on top of the other. Okay? Let's do it again. We're gonna do it one more time with you, and then you're gonna give it a go on your own, see how it goes. It's okay if you get stuck. Breathe in. Ha. 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 Very nice. Come back to center. All right, you guys go on your own once. Begin. All right, A+. That was awesome. You got them all. You got them all together. Very nice. All right, shake it out. That was awesome. I love watching that when it works. It's like, yes. All right, let's get the block, and we'll do a little bit of shoulder for the movement for the block, and then we'll do chair with block. So lift the arms up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Inhale, arms up. Try to bring them along the ears. Arms up. And remember, if your shoulder hurts, just stop halfway. You don't need to make it all the way up. This time, lift the leg up and lower all the way down. Lift up. And if the balance is a little off, just lift the heel, right? Don't lift the whole leg up. Go a little faster. Last one coming up. And then pause here. Breathe in, breathe out. Bring the arms behind, hold the block. We'll just take a little break before the next one. And lift the block up and bring it down. Try not to lean forward, just a little bit up and down. Waking up the chest muscles and the shoulders. One more time. All right, as you lift up, fold at the hips, but keep your spine nice and straight. If your shoulders don't like that movement, keep the block on top of your sacrum instead of lifting the block up. Inhale, bring it back, nice and slow. And then bring the block back up. This time, press on the side, so you're holding the block like this. And then from there, lean over into the side. Try to keep your arms straight and your chest pointing to the front of the room. So don't turn the chest to the side. Bring it over to the other side. And bring it back to center. Bring the block into the back of your head. If you're trying to touch that big bone we have up there. And then switch to the side. Bring it over to the other side. Bring it back. Bring it behind. Touch the back of your neck. Exhale and release. Release the arms down. Breath in. And breath out. All right, we're going to do a circle. First, be careful with the chair. You don't hit your arms on the chair. First, your arms and your ears are going to stay glued together as you move around in a circle and bring it back up. Bring it to the other side. Don't let the arms and the ears separate. So the arms don't do this. The arms stay right there, and you just bring your trunk around. We'll move the arms in a moment alone, but now it's just the upper body coming in that circle. All right, on the next one, now you let the block go down and around, and you bend a little bit of the waist. The other way, so we're alternating. Again. And one more time. All right, and then lower the arms back. Oof. Roll the shoulders, let them go, just kind of wiggle the arms, the hands, little shimmy shimmy. All right, on the next one, we're gonna bring the block above the knees, so make sure you don't press the block and the knee into the block, just a little bit above. All right, and then from there, just a little circle for the knees. So rock around and around, trying to come into the front, side, and back of the feet. And then bend the knees, go the other way. So you're bending the knees a little bit like this, up and around. All right, come back to center and into mountain pose. Squeeze the blocks. So I'm going to try to look down and see if all my toes are pointing to the front. My feet are as close as I can bring them together. Then I'm going to roll the shoulders back and try to stand as tall as I can. Tuck the head, lift from the crown of your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep this squeeze. It's about a 50%, I would say, right? And then on that next breath, bring the hands in front of the chest as you sit in that imaginary chair. Keep the knees pointing towards the front. We're going to find an opening to the side. So a little twist, but the knee and the hip face the front. Bring it to center. Again, the same side, open up. Bring it to center and then come all the way up. So we get a little bit of a break in the knees. We sit down. Open to the other side. Into center. Open again. Bring it back all the way up. Lower the arms down. Interlace the fingers in the back. Lift the chest up and towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep the chest lifted, hinge at the hips, flat back, and then lift the arms if you want, or keep them right where they are. Inhale, bend into the knees, release the arms, your back sitting in that chair. This time, interlace the fingers and reach the arms along your ears and deepen your breath. Inhale, come all the way up, nice and tall. Try to hold the ceiling with your hands. Exhale, lower down. Make sure you have the chair close by. If you need both hands or just one, maybe you don't need to hold on to the chair. Just put the hands on the hips. Lift the heels off the floor. So you're on tippy toes, all 10 toes on the ground. Rock back and lift your toes, but don't press the hip back. Up into tippy toes. Press back. Up into tippy toes. Press back into the heels. Next time you come into tippy toes, bend the knees. So you're up and los deditos, and then you sit down a little bit. Up, don't come all the way up, just a little. Down and up. One more time. And then sit in the chair. Push the hips back. Lift the heels, and then lower those heels to the floor. Breathe in and breathe out. And release. All right, remove the block, and we're going to get a little bit of a stretch for the inner leg. So you're going to go wide on your chair, and then you're going to go flat back like we do, right into prasarita. If you want to go a little deeper and you want to bring the hands right here on the seat of the chair, you could, either through the top or if you have one of the open ones, through the back. Take a deep inhale and a full exhale. Now focus on your pelvic floor muscles and your inner thighs and try to relax those muscles as best you can. Next breath, bend into one knee, straighten out through the leg, and then switch it up. Bend one knee, straighten out through the other leg. Again, one more time. And last time. All right, toe heel the feet until you're flat back, halfway forward fold. Bend into the knees and reach all the way up. Exhale, bring it to heart center. Take him on. All right. We're going to go movement from chair to forward fold, but we're not going to hold either one of them, right? So it's more like a flow. You can do half chair, or if you're still going all the way down with your chair, you can bend the knees and touch the floor instead of having that chair there, okay? So we're going to go inhale up, exhale to chair, straighten out the legs, either half forward fold or all the way down. Bend into the knees, come back through the chair and up. Exhale to chair. Straight legs, forward fold. Inhale to chair. All the way up. Back to chair. Forward fold. Bend into chair. Up. Sit again. This is the last one. Forward fold. And come back up. Just straight arms up. Exhale to center. All right, let's warm up the hips a little bit more before we add the other warrior poses. So opening up. If you need to hold on, you hold on. If not, hand on the hip, or maybe the foot needs to be on the floor. Just see how it feels. Bring it the other direction. All right, be careful with the chair. You're gonna cross the foot across to the front, behind and across. As far forward and back as you can bring it. You can keep the foot from touching the floor if your balance is okay, or you can sweep the floor and keep it on the ground. Last one. Bring it back. Rotate on the other side. So hip first, around and around. Bring it the other direction. Cross the leg, across and behind. All right, and then bring it back to center. Opposite arm and leg, as high as you can bring it. Maybe it's close to the floor, maybe it's just the heel off the floor. Maybe you can lift it high. All right, be careful with this one. Straighten out the legs. You're gonna go like this. Straight leg, as high as you can bring the leg to hip height if possible. Notice how one leg you might be able to go higher than the other leg. Very nice, and then let it go after you're even on both sides. Take an inhale and an exhale. All right, we open behind the chair, so I'm gonna be on the side of the chair so you can see my legs. Open up, turn the palms of the hands facing up, and then pivot into warrior two. Look down, make sure you have that straight line heel to toe on that front foot, back toe slightly in. Okay, let's reach the arms up, hold below the wrist, and lean back, straighten out through that front leg. Come and bring it back to warrior two. Again, bring it back, straighten out through the leg, reach and hold below the wrist, kind of gently adding that movement. And then bring it back to center. Come into that extended side angle, reach it over. Inhale, bring it back. Pivot the other toes out, look down to the foot, make sure the feet are adjusted, palms of the hands facing up. Again, reach it back, hold below the wrist, straighten out through the leg. Bring it to center. Again, reach it back. Bring it to center. Last time here. We go right into that extended side angle. So hand or forearm on the leg, reaching the arm over the ear if that feels okay. Try to keep your chest to the front, don't close the chest down. Inhale that next breath, bring it back. Bring the hands into the hips and fold forward, right over the chair. Breathe in and breathe out. Inhale, slowly bring it back, toe heel the feet, coming into that mountain pose. All right, balance on your left leg, finding tree pose. You're gonna bring this arm here and this arm all the way up. So try to use this hand to press the leg back. You can lift the leg above or below the knee. You can do that if you feel like you prefer to stay down. That's perfectly fine. Remember, you have that chair there if you need it. Come and lower the hand down. Keep the legs in that tree position. Deepen the breath. And then let it go and just kind of walk it off a little bit before we do the other side. All right, open to that tree on the other side. Arm in, arm out. To reach through the arm, right? Active arm, active legs. That next breath lowers that hand down. Allow your breath to deepen here in the last few breaths. And we let it go. Take a moment in mountain. All right. So we can come back to the chair, right? We've been standing the whole time. And if you want a little bit of water, you can get some water. All right, we're gonna bring that block back when you're done. Take your time and just kind of, so depending on the block, if you have a thin block like the one I have, you can put it this way so your knee and your hip bone, the front of your hip bone stays there. If you have one of the thicker blocks, then putting it like this is perfectly fine. So just see what kind of block you have. If you don't have a block, that's okay. And then use the hands here on the legs, press yourself up, lower your shoulders down and lengthen through the crown of the head. All right, we're gonna squeeze the block about at 40% and let it go. If you don't have a block, you press against your hands. So there's a little tug of war between the hands and the legs, never closing the legs all the way. So squeeze, let it go. Squeeze and then release it very, very slow. Again, squeeze, release it slowly. Squeeze and hold the squeeze. And on that next breath, add a twist with that gentle squeeze, so about a 20% squeeze. Come and bring that arm over the ear and towards the front, the one behind. Reach it, reach it. On that next breath, hold the back of your head with that hand and bring the elbow gently in the direction of the knee, I'm sorry, not the knee, the other elbow. We're trying to get the mid back a little bit here. So 2, and then one more time. 3. Inhale, come back to center, just regular breath. Long spine. Over to a twist, hold the twist first, look over to your back. Inhale, reach that left arm up, reach it over into the opposite side. Hand behind the head, you press that elbow back and then you lower it just close or all the way to the other elbow. 3, press back, 2, and 1. Very good. And then release. Reach the arms up and overhead. Lengthen nice and tall. And on the exhale, come down. See if you can interlace the fingers underneath your legs. If you cannot, just kind of grab your hamstrings with your hands. Keep your spine straight, right? So nice and tall. And then on that next breath, fold a little bit deeper. Breathe in and breathe out. Bring the hands above your knees and then exhale and come up. All right, next breath. Lower the block towards the floor. You can keep it on the highest height or you can lower the block a little bit more. Reach the arms up and overhead. Exhale, coming all the way down. Hands on the block. You can keep the block there. If you want to go a little farther and walk the block away, you can do that. If your head can be below the heart, you can bring the head in between the arms. If not, keep the head above the heart, right? Any medical condition, you just keep it up. Two more breaths here. Inhale, walk the block back, keep your belly in, and then slowly travel up. Again, nice and tall, just let the body adjust. Gentle trunk circles, so bringing that trunk around. And bringing it the other direction. Come back to center, bring that shoulder to opposite knee. Come back up and shoulder to opposite knee. And come back up, just one to each side. All right, extend the leg. You can put the foot on top of the block or you can keep the foot on the floor. Flex and point the foot a couple times. And then try to keep the leg nice and straight. Flex the foot, reach up with the same arm. And on the next breath, you go down to whatever's comfortable. Your toes, halfway through your leg, whatever feels good for you. Inhale, bringing it all the way up. Lift that leg up nice and high. Bring the forehead into the knee. And then let it go. All right. Bring the other leg. Again, point and flex a few times. Flex and hold. Same arm, long spine brings you all the way down or halfway there. Inhale, slowly bringing it up. Draw that leg in. Fold. And then let it go. All right. Bring the hands onto the side. We're going to grab the block with the inside of the feet. And you're going to bend into the elbows and you're going to keep your abdominal muscles so strong. We're going to try to lift that block up and bring it down. Up and down. Now I'm leaning just slightly back a little bit, so I'm not up here, just a little bit back. Try not to touch the back of the chair, but if you need to, that's perfectly fine too. Up. Now, if you feel super strong, your back's not hurting, anything like that, you're going to lift and hold, and you're going to squeeze the block with your feet. Breathe in and breathe out. The next step will be to straighten out those legs and bring them back in, but you can stay right here with me, maybe go down, take a break. Up. So see what it feels like to do this. If it doesn't, then you just lower and come back up. One more time. All right, keep pressing the block with your legs. So you're gonna press, it's on the floor, but you're pressing it with the inner part of your feet. Keep the legs working. So you feel the lower leg now working a little bit more than when we had it here. And then on that next breath, it's a long spine. Keep pressing the block about a 40%. Exhale, swan dive as if you're picking something from the floor. Keep your legs active. So upper body's a little bit more relaxed, but your legs are pressing into that block. 2, and one more time. All right, I'm gonna come into Navasana here. So the chest is gonna open up. I'm gonna pick up that block and breathe. If I cannot lift it, just keep it on the floor, but lean back, okay? Oof, and then bring it down and forward fold just to release. Next breath, just kick that block underneath your chair so that we're not gonna trip when we stand up. And we'll do a little cat-cow here just to release the back. So lift the chest, round your back. Try to move with breath. Inhale up, exhale down. Last one. Roll those shoulders up and back, big circles. Bring them the other direction. All right, so crossing the leg down here, if you can now bring it up here. So if you're having your right leg on top like I have, you're gonna bring your left arm and the right is gonna go under for eagle arms. So it's an eagle and a half pigeon. Breathe in, or in pigeon, seated pigeon. I can't talk anymore. All right, fold it a little if it feels okay, just be very careful. Remember, if your elbows don't stack, just hold the shoulders instead. But if they do stack, you want to keep the elbow on elbow, or otherwise just hold the front of your shoulders instead. Bring it back up, release the ego, kind of like bring them into wings, keep your belly strong, straight back, and then hold the chair in the back, but keep your chest lifted, deepen the breath here. Inhale, slowly release. See if you don't need to hold the leg to bring it out and towards the side, and then lean over into the side. Come to center, release it, lean over to the other side. And bring it back. Bring that leg in. Sitting over into the front. See if you don't need the hand to bring that foot up there, right? You don't have to like grab it to do it. And then now it's the other arm. So you have your right and your left is going to go under for the eagle. Lift the elbows a little bit away from your chest. Again, let the eagle kind of fly, bring the arms out, holding all the way forward. Let it go. Again, that leg goes out. See if you don't need your hands to help you bring that leg out into the side. Take your time. Reach over. Bring the hand and reach it over. Come back to center and release. All right, we sit all the way into the back of the chair. Lengthen up the spine and allow your body to softly relax against the support of the chair. Your eyes can close. If you choose to do the relaxation flat on the floor or on top of the bed or sofa, you can go flat on your back. Otherwise, allow your eyes to close. If you want to turn off the light in the room you're in, whatever you want to do to kind of get settled and just chill. Take an inhale through your nose. Tense the body from the feet to the face. Just a gentle squeeze. Make a fist, grow your toes. Exhale, relax. Again, tense from the feet into the face. That's Siri. And then on that next exhale, just relax the tension from the body. Allow the shoulders to relax down the back. Relax the upper back, the middle, the lower back. The glutes, the back of the legs. Relax the space between the eyebrows, your forehead, your throat, front of the neck, abdomen above and below the navel, hip, legs, feet, shoulder, arms and hands. Again, from the crown of your head to the bottom of your feet, your body's completely relaxed. We're going to do 3 rounds, very gentle, very quiet Brahmari breath. So you inhale through your nose and very gentle sound of the bumblebee. Notice that gentle vibration in your body and stay with it. Don't do it mechanically, especially if you've done it so many times before. Stay with what's happening in your body. Breathe in, gentle Brahmari. One last round. Remaining as still as you can as we transition to our meditation. Just following the breath, coming and going at the tip of your nose without changing it or controlling it. Notice every time that breath goes in and out. Para la meditación, notando la respiración como entra y sale, sin cambiarla. When your mind goes, notice where it goes, because it does go, right? It goes for me, it goes for everybody. But just notice where it goes and see if you can say, no, not now, and bring your attention back to your breath. Right? We use the breath as the anchor, so we can stay in the here and now. Right? Think of the future as if it's already here. And it's happening right now, right? So don't go back, don't go forward, just stay right here. Begin to slowly deepen your breath. Connect to sounds you hear around you. Notice the smell in the room. Maybe a taste in your mouth. As you look through the point between the eyebrows into the distance, is it all darkness? Or is there a hint of light? Find some movement in the fingers and your toes. Allow the breath to deepen once again as you allow your eyes to open. And you just look around the room, right? Bringing our attention back into our space, our home. Bring the hands together, our heart centered. Come back to that intention that maybe you found at the beginning. Take a moment to thank yourself for coming to find the practice. Come into your body despite whatever is going on. It's not always easy, and joy and peace. But here we are, right? Together in our practice, accepting whatever is. Say your name after Namaste as you thank yourself for practice. Namaste. Thank you for taking the class live. It's always so good to see you guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Sometimes if you don't want to share, you can always email me.
That was excellent.